A very good morning to all the attendees, professors, scholars and students. I, Apurva Chaudhary, warmly welcome you all for the today's valedictory session of INCD 2022. Hope you all have enjoyed our 3-day conference. Without delaying the event, I request Professor Bharat B. Agarwal to come upon the dais and present a bouquet to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Kishore Singh. I request other dignitaries to come upon the dais. Professor Alok Chandra Bharti, Organizing Secretary. Professor Shrijeev P, Co-Convener. Professor Ajay Kumar Kunumukara, Co-Convener. Professor Raja Gopal Raman, Co-Convener. Professor Subhash C. Gupta, Co-Convener. And Professor Anju Srivastava, Organizing Secretary of INCD 2022. I request Professor Anju Srivastava to read the report of the conference.
Thank you, Apurva. And it's my pleasure and duty to actually read the report. I'll just give a brief account what all happened, how the conference was actually conceived, from where we started and where we have ended. And I think all of you have enjoyed. The stay was good in spite of continuous rain, but in some way it was good. It forced all of you to stay in the room, and it's good to see, at least at this point in time, there are many people sitting in the room. So I'll just read out the report which has been prepared, and this is this 5th International Conference on Nutraceutical and Chronic Diseases on Pharmaceuticals and Nutraceuticals for Cancer and Other Chronic Diseases from 7th to 9th October was organized by Department of Zoology on the occasion of centenary year of Delhi University and 75th year of Department of Zoology. And the conference was actually organized under the umbrella of Society of Nutraceutical and Chronic Diseases, Society of Translational Cancer Research and Evolvera Society. It was designed to explore the scientific basis of experimental approach for the use of pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals for cancer and other chronic diseases. It was initiated in 2016 with first meeting at Cochin, and as Sir had already mentioned, there were consecutive several meetings in different places of India. And after COVID-19, it was our opportunity at Delhi University to actually organize this conference, and it was our pleasant duty. We felt very, very privileged. With the core organizing committee consisting of 54 members, both from both national and international, 10 different thematic areas were finalized, such as, to name a few, therapeutic potentials of nutraceuticals in stress and cancer, in neurological and neuromuscular disorders, molecular targets and drug delivery, cancer genomics, metabolic disorders and personalized medicine, emerging anti-cancer phytonutraceuticals for chronic diseases and chronic infectious diseases and emerging non-infectious diseases, use therapies for chronic diseases and inflammatory disorders. The conference preparation actually started with a call for invited lectures from distinguished speakers all across the globe. And it was a difficult time, and organization, there were many people actually came forward to this conference. There were more than 100 actually speakers, both from nation and number of other countries. Entire India was actually represented, and most of you must have actually got the opportunity to interact with the participant. There were 124 participants comprising of 34 oral presentation from post-PhD scholars or postdoctoral fellows, research scholars, postgraduate students and graduate students. There were 63 presentations from the students. Finally, the designing of the scientific program to accommodate all the participants was a very, very tedious job because there were a number of participants, and we never wanted actually parallel sessions to be organized, but because of the overwhelming response, we had to actually make parallel sessions, and in some cases, some of the talks you might have missed, but all those talks are actually on YouTube. It was live streamed, so most of you, those who have missed it, can actually see it again from the YouTube. The conference actually had 6 parallel sessions, 13 keynotes, 51 invited lectures, and a highly academic, enriching panel discussion. The conference INCD 2022 was also organized with an aim to promote the use of nutraceuticals. For this purpose, we invited the companies, nutraceutical companies, to showcase their products to boost the usage of these efficacious molecules. We are delighted to announce that this nutraceutical exhibition saw enthusiastic participation by 8 different nutraceutical companies, namely Merck Scientific Private Limited, Thermo Fisher Scientific, Becton and Dickinson, and Sami, Biorad, Insights Private Limited, Nikon, Fusifilm, Vaco Pure Chemical Corporation, Eppendorf, India. Collectively, with online delegates, this conference saw humongous participation of more than 200 nationally and international participants. The first day of the conference began with welcome and opening remark, followed by plenary session by Dilab on therapeutic potentials of nutraceutical. The inaugural session chaired by Professor Reena Chakravarti and Professor Kalpana Pai with Professor Yogesh Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi, and Professor Bharat Bhushan Patwardhan, the Honorable Chief Guest of the INCD 2022, turned out to be a memorable one. Apart from this, there was a heritage walk to Shahid Bhagat Singh Smarak, emerged as a highlight of the conference. The first day ended with 2 interactive parallel sessions in 3 different halls covering nutraceuticals and neurological and neuromuscular disorders, molecular targets, drug delivery, cancer genomics, metabolic disorders, personalized medicine, emerging anti-cancer phytonutraceuticals, and oral presentation by research scholars. The second day started with parallel sessions, plenary sessions, and was graced with interactive and informative public lecture by Professor Acharan S. Narula. The scientific program closed with an interactive panel discussion moderated by Professor Subhas C. Gupta. Finally, the cultural event organized by Evolvera Society and the Department of Zoology to commemorate completion of 75 years of Department of Zoology emerged as a lively highlight of such a busy scientific day. Finally, the third day opened with parallel sessions and young faculty oral presentation. The impressive poster presentation by research scholars was the hotspot where educational information was concentrated, was highlighted, was actually for highlighting the research on the bench side. The hard work of the participating students was encouraged shortly, will be encouraged shortly by number of presentation, award presentation, poster award presentation, and in addition, there are 10 travel awards which are going to be announced in support of young investigators. These 3 days turned out to be a magnificent academic journey where we met such eminent speakers from all around the world. This is not the end of the scientific journey, rather it can turn to be a new beginning of the scientific avenues, especially in the nutraceutical science. So I think this actually completes the story which we have actually, or the journey of last 3 days, and I hope all of you have enjoyed and gotten enriched. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Kishore Singh, to address our today's lovely gathering.
At the outset, I want to thank the Bharti ji for calling me. It's an honor and privilege to address the gathering. As we are progressing in the modern times, our longevity is increasing, and so is the population. So cancer is going to be center stage in coming years, reflected in increase in the incidence. Not only incidence will increase, also the pattern of cancer will going to change. The known tobacco-induced cancer is going to reduce as we are quitting tobacco, but the other cancers like pancreas and different lifestyle cancer will going to increase. So that will bring the nutraceutical into the center stage to control these lifestyle-induced cancer. Breast is already number 1 in India. Cervical cancer is going down with each passing year. So more and more we are going to face this type of problem, and this makes the importance of this conference much more to bring into focus the research on nutraceutical and diet and lifestyle in the management and prevention of the cancer. With these words, I thank you again.
Thank you very much, sir. I request Professor Anju Srivastava to announce the results and Professor Kishore Singh to present the awards to the prize winners.
So the first category of award is for postdoctoral session or for the postdoctoral students. The first award goes to Dr. Tejveer Singh from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Congratulations, Tejveer. The second prize in the same category goes to Dr. Akanksha Singh from CSIR Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology. CSIR Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology, New Delhi. IGIB. Okay. The second category is doctoral session, the PhD students. The first prize goes to Alicia Walson, C, from CSIR, National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. The next award goes to Ayushi Garg from Punjab University, Chandigarh, Punjab. Regina Tennyson from Rajiv Gandhi Center for Biotechnology, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. The fourth prize in the same category goes to Kulbhushan Thakur from University of Delhi Department of Zoology. And the fifth in the line goes to Saima Saida from Department of Zoology, University of Delhi. For poster presentation group, on day 1, 2 students were selected for the award. Ashwati Ashwati, yes. CSIR NIST Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. And the second,
Anyone taking on their behalf from NEAST?
NEAST from NEAST.
Okay. Yeah, please. Thank you. Doing well.
Vidushi Tyagi from CSIR Sina.
Anyone from there? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Wonderful. So your name? Okay, Sina. So that's the same.
Day 2, Anna Sandram, Government College. Anna, she's not here? Okay. Anyone who wants to take her
On her behalf.
on her behalf? Okay. Okay, next one is and for day 2 another one, the most, I think all of you are going to clap for her very loudly. That is Nikita Agarwal. And I think all of you will agree, she was our Annapurna for these 3 days. And on the third day for today, it is C.K. Kirthana, RGCB Thiruvananthapuram. And the next one is Vaidehi P. Thakur from GCRI Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Vaidehi,
Anybody from GCRI, please? Yes, there's someone.
So before I stop, I made a mistake of saying first, second, third and fourth prize for the oral presentation. It's not like that. All these students are awarded for good and best oral presentation. There was no category of first or second. Actually, the selection was who was the best in that session, and there were 5 sessions of oral presentation. In every session, who was the best was given award. Okay, so all of them are best presentation. So congratulations everyone, and thank you.
Now moving forward with the felicitations, I request Professor Reena Chakrabarti to on behalf of Professor Reena Chakrabarti, I request Professor A.K. Singh to accept the shawl as a token of appreciation. On behalf of Society of Translational Cancer Research, I request Dr. Shijit P. to accept the felicitation. On behalf of Society of Nutraceuticals and Chronic On behalf of Society of Nutraceuticals and Chronic Diseases, I request Dr. Subhash C. Gupta to accept the shawl and memento as a token of appreciation.
First, we will extend our token of appreciation to HCVR, and for Professor Daman Saluja, I request Professor Madhu Chopra to please accept our token of appreciation. Okay, sorry. I now request Dr. Rekha Kumari to receive our token of appreciation for Miranda House for Madam. I now request Professor Alok Bharti to come and do the most coveted job to announce the name of the students for token of appreciation who have actually very actively participated in this conference and without whom this whole conference was absolutely not possible. So before I hand over this to Alok, I on my behalf and from Society of Nutraceutical as well as Translational Cancer Research, from our chief guest and our chairperson and everybody, all the people here actually extend our appreciation for the student volunteers who have been working endlessly, tirelessly to make this event actually available. Please, the volunteers, stand up so that we can see everybody who participated in bringing this event to this level. Please stand up, everybody. So actually, this is my mistake. And there is another pleasant duty to do. Actually, there are co-conveners of the society, or the conveners of the society who are here, Professor Subhash Gupta and Professor Ajay Konomakara. They also need to be facilitated. They have been instrumental in that is for the society. Yeah. So okay. So.
So these are the four conveners, or rather the four conveners of this particular conference. The convener was Professor Reena Chakravarti, and there are the four main figures which actually carried out this whole conference, and as and when we required their help, they were always available. Professor Rajagopal Raman, he was all through the conference, he was there, but because he had to go, so we are just withholding his trophy, and we would like to give this trophy to Subhash. He was running away also. I said that if you run away, your trophy will go. So he has changed. So he values this trophy more than his engagement. Thank you. You can see that for conference they are always available. Then Srijit. So Srijit has been, so much instrumental that he was communicating with all the nutraceutical firms in the south. They were trying to get us funds. I think there were two very much important pillars which actually helped us to get funds and many other clearances. Thank you very much. Okay.
I would like to mention about Professor Alok that if he do even small things, he gives so much recognition. So that is all my comments.
And after that, I will also invite Chetkar. Where is Chetkar? Actually, he was engaged in some of the very personal things at home. I had to ask him that please come, because all the show that they could do day before yesterday and yesterday, they were all under the banner of Evolvera. So most of the activities which are associated with students, they are coordinated by one of the very important society which is emerging in our department, Evolvera, and he is still chairing that particular society called Evolvera. So a lot of thanks to them. So So before I actually go ahead and read vote of thanks, I would like to continue with a very important token of appreciation for the people who have really contributed. Now it is the individual contributions. The main contribution comes from the session coordinators. So there are 6 very young and dynamic faculties which have joined, 10 faculties which have joined to our department, and I would like to thank all of them because earlier we were just thinking that how we can actually engage them, but we were not able to find a consensus. But when we actually started giving them duties, I think all of them came up very well, and they have actually performed all the functions of coordinating these sessions. There were 3 parallel halls that were running, and they were really very good in conducting these sessions. So all signs behind these sessions were actually executed by these dynamic faculties. I'll call one by one. I think Kamlesh is here. Kamlesh is not there, so we'll give Vanika Gupta. Is Vanika there? Vanika is also not there, but Shashank, I'm sure he's here. Please, Shashank, come and on behalf of other faculties who are not there, who will be, taking the flags up and high. Okay, now I request Swati Singh if she is there. Swati is there? No. Ananya is there? Ananya was here, I think. She was till the end. She was coordinating the session. And then Mamta. Okay, Mamta is a flag bearer. So Mamta is here. Is Ashish there? Can I see Ashish? Okay, Ashish is also not there. Narendra? Is Narendra there? Amod. It's another faculty with us. So he is not there. And Pushpalata, oh, Narendra is there. So see how they appear. We think that they are not there. They are always come forward from somewhere, nowhere. Thank you. Narendra was very instrumental in one of the earlier our efforts in developing the website, and they and Shashank, I think they helped one of my students very well. I'll take her name. So before we go into the students, I think that we have to also I request Mr. Nitin Dawar. So whatever show that you are seeing today, all the audio visuals and everything that is actually conducted by successful shows conducted by Nitin Dawar, and he comes from Delhi University Computer Center, and he has seen that there is uninterrupted internet access. We have a very good audiovisual facility here. I really thank to him, and he has been part of the overall purchase committee. So he has been guiding us through the process of purchase and various components associated with the conference. Similarly, Mr. Sandeep Sharma is also there, who had been, oh wow, very nice. I'll come back to him. Okay, Sandeep Sharma also had us from the general branch. And in the meantime, I said that these people come, you unka awaaz lagao, or they are always there. So Ashish has also come. So must be while some of the good things which are part for the conference. Thank you very much, Ashish. Alright, so now it comes please pardon me, I will not take the names of the faculties. Sandeep Sharma ji aaya nahi hai. Actually his son is not well, so I had requested him to come. So now I will take you to the journey with the students. I think they have been, you must have seen, working very hard. And to start with, I think the conference, when it is built up, the most important thing is its website. So it was a big challenge because we wanted to outsource that conference, and Joni was the one which was given the responsibility. And today you can see that single-handedly he has been maintaining this website, of course with a lot of supervision from Delhi University Computer Center. It's a marvelous and wonderful job, and she could do it very well. Another most important, and you will say that I was always saying that Annapurna you have heard, but similarly we have Lakshmi and Kubeir. So all the conferences require tan, man and dhan. Tan Man, everybody contributed, but for contributing the Tan, we had to do a lot of, put a lot of Tan and Man. And this Tan and Man was initially put into force was by Joni itself, and she was fully supported by her junior student colleague Apurva, and she is the reason is that she has a control over the conference. She knows from where the funds are coming and where they are going. So we have to ask her permission for spending all those things, whether we have money or not. Okay, now with Apurva there are a lot of other volunteers: Garima, Gurvinder, Jessica, Mansi, Shivangi, and Juhi. So these were the volunteers who have been working with her, and at a lot of times as well as welcome committee. Yes, repeatedly. Sab aa jaao, fatafat aa jaao. Yeah, good. So when it comes for a conference, if you are not fed properly, that is not a good conference. If you are actually taken care of, your food is taken care of, and you are living in a very nice, decent environment, very well designed, very well decorated, and all the sitting places are good and well decorated, you will always find it as a successful conference. So the success of our conference relies particularly on tireless efforts of Nikita Agarwal, we had been waiting for her to join. There was a long gap because of some of her personal affairs, but still we were able to get her, and she actually supplemented doubly, whatever time she had taken for her personal engagement, but she could actually compensate all of them in last 1.5 months when she was here. And she was supported by Ashutosh, Anmol, Mukesh, and Gauri. Till now, you must have been wondering that these names are not new to us, and they're not familiar to us. But the one name which is quite familiar to you will be Tanya Tripathi. Okay. She has been the conference of this conference because she was again single-handedly maintaining the registration of this conference, and we are thankful because it's a very, very serious job, and the calmness and sincerity of her that made it so simple. Nobody has actually found any problem with it. She was wholeheartedly and entirely supported by her team with Tanya Sherwal, Neha, Snehil, and Sonal. So they were also very, very comfortable. Apart from many other her colleagues like Johnny, and almost everyone was helping her, but the main control was again with Tanya. Okay, now it comes to audio visual. So the last 4 or 5 days has been crushing for one of the committee, and the committee is actually headed by none other than Kulbhushan Thakur, but he was also supported morally as well as in all the endeavors by Shashank. They happen to be very close friends, so they were actually running around. So I'm not asking Shashank to come here, but certainly they were both together in all the endeavors. Then they were actually very strongly supported by Anshul. You must have been seeing him. Then Nitish Rawat, Binoy Sahu, Shreyata, Jatin, Anjali, Saima, Kajol, Sana, Rishima. They have been taking all the people from my team, and they are saying that okay, they are very much required. So they actually managed this show. Whatever slight problems that occurred in the first session, I think they could actually compensate all of them with the help of all this. Please come one by one. Yeah, Saima, please come. Kajol, Sana, Rishima, please come forward. have one by one. So they are all they have managed the show very well. Now, another person which I see, I find that she doesn't like to have any other company because that job does not require too many people to be complementing and completing that job. And this girl now, although it's my student, but she very well has, all the teachers of our department actually claims that she is my student. So I this kind of legacy because she is MSc from this department, and most of the teachers, they really like her a lot. And one of the teachers which actually claims that she is only my student, so I gave her the charge to interact with her, and that is Namita Agrawal and Divya. I think they both collectively have done a great job of making an abstract book that we see today. And of course they were helped by Anshul at some occasions and other students also. But if one day you say that format is like this, the next morning you come, that whole book is now changed into a different format. So I don't know, she works 24 hours, it looks like. So that's why I asked her to report at 4 o'clock in the morning and then leave at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, thank you very much. Now you will see the people who are always out of the hall. I'm sorry, but it's not that they are not interested, but they are more focused to their job, and these jobs are basically looking after the accommodation of all the guests and the transport. So team, I don't know whether I should ascribe Arun for accommodation or Udit for transport or vice versa. So we can just say that accommodation was taken care of by Arun as well as Joni for particularly the girls' accommodation. Joni was the only one who was allowed to go in, so they were just standing outside. And Udit is always out on the travel council. Tireless job, and he was very supportive by Rishikesh has been instrumental in setting up our without Rishikesh, Udit is incomplete. So there are other two Abhisheks are there. You will not be able to guess who is who. So there are two Abhisheks. And then there is Devleena. और एक तो जानबूझ के अपना नाम भी लिखवाई है, जोनी यादव जरूर भूलना मत. ठीक है? So Devleena is also very enthusiastic in this. Now I will request the students who are involved in cultural event. Yesterday the food was quite tasty, so all the guests, without actually thinking that we have to honor the students who are involved in this cultural program, they just ran away. So we thought that we will postpone it and we'll hold again all the guests. So here in this case, I will request all the cultural event students, please come to the stage and we will be giving you a small token. अनुराग, प्रतिभा, मैंने इनको बोला था लाइन लगा के रखो, बहुत देर लग जाती है, भूलते रहो. So I'll take Anurag, Pratibha, Aman, Sheetal, Sonal, Gauri, Mansi, Jessica, Rishima, Monica, Varun, Chetkar, Poonam, Devleena, Manvi, Kushagra, Chandra. So we have a small token of appreciation for them also. 14, Rangoli and other volunteers. I think that everybody wants to have a photograph in front of Rangoli. So this particular job was basically executed by a group of people: Astha, Payal, Niharika, Seema, Pratibha, Shivangi, Survi, Vikas, Meenakshi, Divanshu, Gordon, Divya, Teji, and etc. And lastly, but not the least, they were actually supported, all this activity was supported by our lab attendant, Anshul, Ravi and Ray. If they are in the hall, Please, they can also come forward. Please excuse me if I have left anyone. It is not intentional. So you can still be appreciated. You just let me know. I'll see how can I compensate this loss. Okay. So with this, we stop and I will request Professor.
Alok, there is a present duty to actually appreciate Manish who had come for the
Oh yes, I think we had, there was one of the delegates, Mr. Manish. Ex-tempore to actually deliver the Saraswati Vasana in the beginning of the country. So he deserves a great deal of praise. Now at the end, I request Professor Bharat Agrawal. We have a small memento for our chief guest to give that memento. Can you just please bring that? So we have got a memento for you, sir. Hopefully it will be there on your side table always and keep blessing you. This memento comes. Let me read a vote of thanks. That was the main thing. In fact, whatever I had done till now, giving the token of appreciation is a big vote of thanks. But it is a formal one. I would like to first of all thank all the speakers and chairpersons for making out their valuable time for this particular conference. We are also thankful to the head of the department for for keeping us always keeping her always available for this particular important event. We have already seen there are 3 different societies which are involved in this particular event. There were Society for Nutraceutical and Chronic Diseases, Society for Translational Cancer Research, and then there was Evolver was involved, and we are all thankful to them. We are also thankful to the students who have actually participated both online as well as offline, and this is a very, very enthusiastic participation post-COVID. And then the most important thing is the money. I am really thankful, whatever effort that we made, we had a significant amount of funds so that we can have a very successful conference. And apart from that, I think the people you might not have been seeing here is the non-teaching staff. So many of the non-teaching staff have been the instrumental in taking care of this activity on a day-to-day basis. And you have already seen that all members of Molecular Oncology Laboratory and Tumor Immunology Laboratory, and there is also a laboratory from Professor Namita, they have been tirelessly involved in this activity, and we are very much thankful to all of them. In fact, you might have seen that in the whole program, all the teachers and faculties of this Department of Zoology was involved, and our sincere thank to all the faculty. And we have the organizing committee was not only having Delhi University's Department of Zoology people. There were a lot of people coming out from not only University of Delhi, they were also coming from other places. So like ACBR and as well as many places in India, many institutes of India, we all are thankful to the main organizing committee. And contribution and solid support of Engineering and Computer Center is also commendable. And last but not least, I thank everyone of you for cooperation in making the function a resounding success, and hope you will keep all good memories despite there might have been some inadvertent hiccups, errors and omissions. We look forward to meeting you again. Okay, and with this I draw your kind attention. We are going to felicitate our chief guest. Please go ahead. Yeah. Once again, I thank you all for your attention, and let's call the day with high tea. Before we disperse, please let us stand for the national anthem. Please, aap here.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलति तरंग। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे।